Okay, so it's a little bit of water washing in here. I just opened the cage, so this is not what they would look like when you arrive. Quickly want to open the door here for you so you can see. Then open them and shake them around a little bit, just so they get to move. You don't want them to. Sorry, I'm trying to get the video. Okay, let me open this. So what I did is they were all huddled in the corners. I did shake them up a little bit, so that they can just get some movement and not squash each other. The one that's at the bottom gets to breathe. I didn't do this last night. I just came and did this now because they are because it's cold and windy and wet outside, and they're all still alive, which is fantastic. I'm happy. And it's not so cold inside here, it's actually quite nice and warm. I would be able to sleep in here without a blanket. So, if that makes sense. Alright, so let me show you something else. It's now been 2 days. Let me just close this thing up quickly. Hold on. I'll close that now after I put the camera away. So I was shaking them. This is what the bottom of the thing looks like. All termites. See there? This is now from getting them away from the corners. You kind of shake it like this. You see termites. Also saw a rat. I ran through here. So that's all things that can become a concern. Alright, I'm quickly going to put the camera away, close up the cage, and then I'm going to leave them be. They'll find each other with the noise and start huddling again, and then maybe I might come out once or twice more to come and shake them up a little bit, just move them and let them breathe during the night. This morning Joshua and I came to check on the chookies. Every single one survived the night. They are happy campers, and drinking and eating and doing all the things that happy chookies should be doing. I was a bit skeptical of doing it this time of the year because the night gets cold, but last night the wind was blowing a bit and it was raining, and they did okay, so I think we're gonna have a great batch this time. Just after lunchtime on the farm. Kids are playing. We're changing the landscape of the thingy a little bit, of the campsite a little bit, building a micro swale to go across like that to capture the water, and then to capture the water that comes out of the swimming pool. We're filling this up on the side, and then we're gonna take this berm across like that. Clean up everything, just change some of the landscape, and then while we're doing that, we're deepening one of the water harvesting structures. And so I thought Matthew needs some exercises. Patric skipped a couple of days, and I was so upset I couldn't get hold of him, and I actually decided to let him go. And then I realized when we came back, I asked him, well, what's your story? You know, always seek first to understand. But in my heart, I almost already decided to let him go. He explained that he was also in the accident and that he was not feeling well. So he's back. We're working him slowly but surely. And then Marcella isn't looking great. She's got like a big bump on her head, and she's walking slowly and moving slowly, so I told her just freaking chill, just relax. Somebody said in the comments, oh, when you bump your head your brain gets bruised, and so it needs time to return. So Marcella I think needs to take it slow, very slow for a couple of days. She really doesn't look happy. So I told her just chill, just sit and watch the kids and just relax, don't strain yourself. So that's what she's going to be doing for the next couple of days. So Reforest the World said, surprised the dogs didn't scare away the chickens. We try our very best to teach the guinea fowl. We try our very best to teach the dogs not to chase chickens and not to chase guinea fowl, wild birds. If a dog learns to hunt, it's very difficult to control them and very difficult to dog proof a yard like this. Then the dog comes out and then they get shot by the neighbors, or they go and kill the neighbors, chickens, or they go kill yours, and then they get shot. You no longer have a DOG, which I don't want. So we try our very best not to do that. Yeah, so I'm not surprised. It would have been nice if you can train them to chase only the guinea fowl and leave everything else alone, but unfortunately it's not in their operating system yet. If that prickly pears that we got from the power station, sickly is probably not the right word, old prickly pears. I don't think they were sick, I think they were just old and had a tough life. We planted them in all of these African smiles. I don't know when was the last time you guys saw these African smiles. There's 3 there, there's 1 here. They are quite big. Let me zoom out a little bit, hopefully you get a better idea. There's 1, 2, 3 there, 1 here, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and they continue through the field. And so they planted other things in here, and then in each one there's some prickly pears as well, like that. Same here, some other things planted there, prickly pears planted there in the back. Now I cannot tell you whether that is new growth or whether that was growth before we took them out, but I had them dry for a week and then I saw some of them grew roots already, so I decided to rather plant all of them, and so I hope that they will take. In any case, okay, so this is now basically at the last point of our swale. It comes up a little bit higher. Swale is there, and then it just drops off there. I see there's looks like a new African smile dug there. That one is still brand new. I think those ones were dug today. Nice. Cool. Okay, so something's happening. So we are building a sewer system. Very expensive sewer system with the help of Fiona Gordon. And on top of that we will be building bathrooms and so many things. Not on top of the sewer system, but with that, around that. We'll be building bathrooms. If you guys would like to help. How lovely does the rain come down now. With that, let me know. I'm working on the prices. Prices should be ready in a day or 2. I've been to the municipality today to see whether the plans would be approved and what should be double walls and what can be single walls, where I can save cost, etc. But that is going to be a big help for having more children and more workers on the farm, is to have better bathroom facilities. We were planning so many different ways. Bessie drew a sewage system for me. Yeah, so many things to try and save costs, but the municipality is full of nonsense, and so we have to unfortunately do what they want to do. I wanted to put just the normal somebody sent me a spiral shower from, what's his name, the great guy that's with the water planting the rain guy, and I wanted to do that. The municipality said hell no, and so now I have to do a proper building. In any case, this spot here between the trees that I'm showing you now, this is just below the bottom swale there. This is where Dano made his first fire. Over here, it was actually, that fire pit was over there when he first made his fire. This tree was still alive and kicking when we got here. The termites got hold of it and killed it. Somebody asked me whether I can see a difference in the termite activity. Yes, I see a big difference in the termite activity. Since the first moisture came this year, the termite activity skyrocketed out of this world. They eat everything. If you leave a piece of wood on the ground for half a day, if you pick it up, there's termites below it. There is so much termites now. But it was the same last year this time. Then it seems to be tapering off during the winter, and then as soon as the first rains falls, it's just crazy. Baby termites everywhere. All the termite mounds gets new rooms added to it. They build like crazy. So the termites this time of the year is extra crazy. Like hectic. Yeah, I thought I won them. I thought they moved away, and I thought, wow, permaculture for the win. I survived the termites. But no. They were just regrouping in the winter, and now they came back for summer. Hectic. Anyway, so I missed my point there. Hold on. So this is now tour of the soil. Just back on the soil. Quickly wanna show you something. So anyway, so one day when I'm grown up and Mikon needs a place to retire in Namibia, this is going to be where I'm building his house. He's the first subscriber that I'm going to build a house for, I think. In his honor, at least. He'll have to decide how much time he's going to come and spend here. But this is Mikon's spot. I've been speaking to a beekeeper for a long time. I'm trying to get his bees here, and he keeps on promising that he's going to bring a bee place and fence a piece there and keep his bees. He's talking about 20 hives, and I'm allergic to bees, but I don't think Mikon is. And I'm joking, they're not aggressive. So, but I am allergic to bees, but they're not an aggressive thing. You can have them. But in any case, I think this is going to be a nice place for Mikon to come and sleep when he visits Namibia. Alright, my friends, that is going to be the end of my story. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow.